Hello, welcome to the Redmen TV. It's the Uncensored Match Build Show. Liverpool taking on West Brom in the final game of the Premier League season 2015-2016. Let's be honest with ourselves, with all of you at home. No one gives a shit about
biggest game of the season for me.
Absolutely not.
It's totally the biggest game of the season.
Is it?
No. Not on your Nelly, mate.
No. You know, I apologise wholeheartedly for those of you who turned up to watch the show. I don't know what to say to you.
I'll tell you something which will help you to think of it more positively. Sergi Canos looks like he's going to play.
Really?
Absolutely.
Oh, he'll be back from loan, won't
He is. He's back training.
Wow.
That is very interesting.
That's a
one.
great nugget of information for my starting 11 prediction show.
We don't have a Sergi Canos card, I don't think.
Tom, to the card making machine.
That is very interesting. Actually, you know what? I don't think I'm going to get excited about this game until I see the team, because I've actually quite enjoyed the B team philosophy for the last month, because there are players that I want to see get some game time, to be perfectly honest. And you look at what we've talked about him on the final word show and his impact against Chelsea. Shea Ojo, I think he's taken his opportunities in the last month or so when he's come in. He's shown that he can be a useful player, if nothing else. And if someone like Canos gets a look in, yeah, I think I could definitely get behind that. Trivia question. Yeah.
Yeah. Go for it.
You know. 8 players in the Premier League era have played for both Liverpool and West Bromwich Albion, West Bromwich. The baggies, if you will. Let me know who they are in the comments below. We'll give you the answer toward the end, and I will test the footballing knowledge of my assembled people on that as well. Anyway, Chris, as we kind of discussed there with the whole B team thing, it's got to be mass changes. Is anyone going to get a game played?
Yeah, potentially, because it's Bogdan or Mignolet.
Yeah.
And that's the only first teamer who might actually play. Because he played Mignolet last time.
Ward will be fit.
You think Ward will be fit?
He said he was out. He said he was 3 days off being fit.
Ah.
And that was a couple of days ago, so I expect he'll be fit.
It's an interesting one. The goalkeeping thing's interesting because, look, Bogdan, he's been on the bench because he's had to be on the bench. Now, he's definitely going to leave in the summer because Klopp thinks he's shit.
Klopp hates him.
Because Klopp hates him because he's cost him 2 games of football, nearly. So the question is, do we care enough about this game that we make sure that if Ward's not fit, that we put Mignolet in instead of Bogdan, is the question.
Well, I mean, Klopp sort of suggested that that's the way he would go. But he also, as I say, he said that Wardy was only three days off being fit. So.
Yeah,
I think you look at the last game and Mignolet played in it, which says all you need to know, because Mignolet didn't need to play in that game either. So Bogdan is getting bogged off basically, unless Ward comes in.
Yeah, I mean, you're basically running the risk of just losing the game, aren't you, by playing Bogdan? Yeah. So
Bogdan. It's true though. Is there? So is that it? Do we think there's anyone? Because I don't think anyone who, apart from maybe the goalkeeper, I don't think there's anyone who started that game against Chelsea who's going to get 90 minutes.
I think it'll be like the Watford game, in that he'll put out a different team altogether as far as he can. But if there's somewhere like a fullback problem as he had against Watford, he ended up playing Moreno, and he needed another midfield player. Didn't trust Chiravea, so he brought in Coutinho. I mean, I think that's what's going to happen again.
Yeah.
He'll fill it up as much as he can, and if there's any gaps, then.
So that being said, what I'm leading towards is that anyone who needs a little bit of fine tuning, who 60 minutes would actually be of a benefit to.
I suppose the things are, you look at like your Joe Allen and your Christian Benteke's. I personally wouldn't do that this time. I would go completely wholesale. I'd bring up under 21s and fill in the gaps this time, because I just don't see that it matters. I think, if we can get the entire first team squad that's going to be going to the Europa League final all training for the same amount of time, you don't have any recovery days for like the likes of Joe Allen or Christian Benteke, I think stands us in better stead. The
only argument against that would be that means that people like Lucas hasn't had a game for like nearly 2 weeks before.
Yeah.
And maybe they do need a bit of fine-tuning before.
I actually think Benteke's nailed on for this. I think I think he needs it.
Look, he might well do. I think, you know, and Klopp might see that. I wouldn't, but, you know, I'd go, if anything, 30 minutes at the end of the game rather than 60 at the start for me. Like,
it'd be interesting because obviously Danny Ings is in training. Klopp has said he wants to, but he might have to wait till next season just because of it. I think it would be a big boost for him if he is training and he is capable of being involved, to see him on the bench or something, just to give him that little bit of a lift for all the hard work he's done. But I don't. The problem we've got is that we still need to win this game. You know, in terms of league position, Liverpool. I think we are. I guess we're still 8th. I've not.
Yeah, we need to win to go ahead to Southampton.
Yeah.
But then we need Manchester United to win the FA Cup if the 7th place becomes the Europa League place.
It's more just the league finish. The league place finishing 8th is a bad season.
It's actually quite a lot more money, isn't it? Each step is you get quite a lot more money.
Well, even that, I just think, look, an 8th place finish is as bad as Liverpool have finished in. I can't even remember the last time we finished that low in the league, and this is look, no, people won't really remember it if you go on and win the Europa League. But that being said, that is disappointing, you know, in terms of everything. I don't think that does enough because you're only a defeat in the final away from being. Well, Kenny Dalglish got sacked for less than that.
I mean, and the fact is, Rodgers would almost certainly have got us in the top 8.
Yeah.
So what's the difference?
Yeah.
You know, there's a big difference, but
going forward, of course. But yeah, I think that's the problem. Is that I think we still need to put a team out that's capable of getting something from this. West Brom are not going to be an easy side to break down. It's Tony Pulis, isn't it? Ultimately, I don't want to see us in a situation like we did the other week where we had 2 junior players in the middle of the park, nothing else. And I don't know whether I hope anyway. I don't think Klopp will do that because of the lesson learned from Swansea. I could see Lucas being involved. I can see Benteke being involved. You've got Ojo, Ibe, and Canos.
I think the only question mark for me is Joe Allen. Would you? I think there's an argument for keeping him. You know, you know, and not running the risk of him getting injured because he is he's turned into quite a good impact player, isn't he? But, you know, again, I think Lucas will probably give some stability to the team. I think Benteke needs to play. And I'd like, again, Ibe and Ojo, I think, have so much potential. It'd be nice to give them a run.
Yeah. Chris, man of the match prediction then? Yeah.
I have no idea, Paul. Lucas Leiva, because we've mentioned him a few times, to be honest with you. No, I think genuinely though, if you're gonna be the old head in a young side, I think Lucas can do that role fantastically. And it might not be so much on the pitch what he does. He's not going to score a goal or anything, but if he organises them and gets them a result, then I think a large part will be down to Lucas. Did I do well?
That's fine. Very good. What do you think?
Difficult to say. Sergio Canos, if he plays.
Yeah. Well, he's had a terrific season for Brentford, hasn't he? He's
scored in his last game.
Be good to give him a little opportunity. It's Ojo for me. You know, he's the one. He's not playing for a starting 11 place on Wednesday, but he's playing for, as you said in the final word, he's playing for that 3rd substitute spot. That if we need someone to come off the bench, I think it could be him, Ibe, or Canos if Canos plays. The one who impresses most out of those today makes himself that potential last ditch option if we need it in the final.
Well, Canos can't, can he? I don't think he's registered.
Oh shit, yeah, sorry, yeah. So we've got Ibe.
Danny Ings isn't registered either. So.
Ibe or Ojo in that instance then, and I hope it is Ojo because I think he has impressed when he's been given the chances thus far. Score prediction?
1-0.
Okay, Chris?
2-1.
So I'll have a 1-0. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Last minute, just Benteke off the bench again because of the header. Yeah, that'll do me nicely. So, do you want to know? In fact, have a bash at the trivia then. So, 8 players in the Premier League era who've played for both West Brom and Liverpool.
Andre Wisdom,
ding.
Ricky Lambert,
ding.
It's Tony Pulis, so surely Couch must have been there at some point under him now.
No.
No.
there, didn't he?
No,
Did Steve Finnan ever go back to West Brom?
Never was at West Brom.
Was.
Fulham we got him from.
Right.
Goalkeepers.
Brad Friedel end up there, no. David James.
No.
Carter.
No, that's not his name, but I know
What's
you're
his
talking
name?
about. Scott
What's his
Carson. Ding.
Carson, that's his name.
The other one like him.
Kirkland.
Chris Kirkland. Ding. Centre forward. Yeah, this is actually a tricky one. He's played for every club in the world.
Christian Vieri. Robbie Keane. They're the two players who've played for every club in the world.
Yes, but not Robbie Keane was more likely because he at least played for Liverpool. Christian Vieri slightly doesn't quite fulfill the criteria. Another journeyman centre forward. Anelka, Tom Shout.
West Brom.
Wow.
Yeah, he did. Remember he did that controversial celebration?
He did, didn't he? Yeah.
Right, the last three are really, really tricky. Two of them are from I think they played the first 2 seasons of the Premier League for Liverpool before moving on.
Mark Wright.
No. One's a Scottish international.
Don Hutchinson.
No.
Is a Scottish international?
What was a Scottish international? Now went on to be a manager in the States.
Oh.
Steve Nichol.
Steve Nichol. Ding. Another one was a left back who also played for Coventry.
Burrows.
David Burrows. Ding. And the other one, the last one, which is actually the hardest one because he made one appearance for us, I think. Second generation Liverpool player, second guy with that surname to play for Liverpool.
Yeah. It's on the tip of my tongue. Just let us know what it is. Come on. It's coming now.
His first name's Tom.
Dutton. 2.
His dad played for Liverpool in the 90s. Captain Liverpool in the 90s. Tom Ince. There you go. Fantastic. If you got them right, you're some kind of trivia rain man. Thanks very much for watching. We'll be back with post-match content and then we'll be looking ahead to the Europa League final in the way that Redmen TV do for the first time ever by driving in a car to go there. Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe. Ta-da.